Come to your mats. If you're not there already, toe tips to touch, knees out wide. Come to an active child's pose. So you'll crawl your fingertips out as far as you can to feel a great side body stretch in your upper body. Place your forehead on your mat or a block, whatever's accessible to you. And just start to slowly sink your bottom back towards your heels as you continue to push actively into the mat with your palms. Place your forehead on the earth and start to sink in here. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh out, let it go. Another deep breath in, full deep breath out. Before we get moving with our vinyasa, just start to think about what intention you want to bring to your class today. Maybe that's just being present on your mat for this next 60 minutes and getting the most out of your practice by just focusing on this instead of everything else that you may be thinking about from the week or from your day already. Can you just be here on your mat and try not to perfect any of the poses. If you fall out of any poses today, if anything's a little challenging to you and you need to take a modification, that's great. That's part of the yoga practice, and today is going to look different than your practice last week, your practice next week. So be kind to yourself as we move forward. And can you just sink in a little bit deeper and just let something go? Take a deep breath in and a full deep sigh out, let it go. Slowly, when you're ready, start to make your way to a tabletop position. Taking a moment to stack your hips over your knees and your shoulders over your wrists. Settle in here. When you're ready, ground into your left palm. Extend your right hand towards the top of your mat. And when you're feeling stable there, engage your core and extend your left leg towards the back of your mat with your toes facing down. Take a deep breath in, full sigh out. On your inhale, raise your arm and your leg just a little bit higher. Engage your core here. And when you're ready, swim your right arm back to grab the inner part of your left foot and just kick in as much as you can into your palm with your foot. You should feel a big experience of openness in your chest. And the more that you kick in, the more that you should be able to open. So if you're familiar with dancer's pose, this is just an opposite cross body of that. The ability to open here. On your exhale, extend your arm and your leg back. Inhale, raise it just a little bit higher. Exhale, release it back down. Take a few rounds of cat-cow in between our sides here. Drop your belly, take your gaze up. Exhale, take your gaze to your navel. Round your spine for cat. Inhale for cow, drop your belly, take your gaze upward. Exhale for cat. Come to a neutral tabletop position. Plant your right palm firmly into the ground. Inhale, extend your left arm to the front of your mat. And when you're ready, bring your right foot towards the back of the mat, toes facing downward. Take a deep breath in and a sigh out. Inhale, raise it just a little bit higher. And when you're ready, swing your palm back to grab the instep of your right foot. Kick your foot into your palm again for that openness in your chest. On your next exhale, slowly release, extend it out. Inhale, raise it just a little bit higher. Exhale, release. Take a few organic movements. Perhaps you sway from side to side just to wiggle that side out. When you're ready, start to Crawl your fingertips towards the front of the room for puppy pose. You can bring your chest or your forehead down to the mat. That's accessible to you. Your chin might work here, or just your forehead. But the key is to keep your hips stacked over your knees. So you want to keep that part of your body upright as you continue to melt. This is another great opener for the front side of your body. So if you've been sitting at your computer all week, hunched over, this is where you can open that back up. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, hinge forward for sphinx pose. Your forearm should be in an 11 shape. Ground into your palms. Inhale, take your gaze up your chest up. Feel a great open stretch here. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Bring your palms behind your lower back, interlace your fingertips. Rest your chin on your mat in a neutral position. Take a deep breath in, bullseye out, and your next inhale, rise for locust pose, lifting your chest, your feet off of the mat, taking your gaze just slightly in front of your mat. The great spine strengthener. Another deep breath in, can you raise just a little bit higher? Exhale, lower all the way down. Press your palms into the mat. Rise up for baby cobra, just to keep your gaze upward. Exhale through tabletop. Plant your toes. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here just to ease into this first down dog. Press firmly into both palms to feel that same side body stretch here. You can walk out your dog. Loosen up, bend your knees all the way, lift your hips up and back, keeping your gaze towards your navel. On your next breath, start to slowly walk your hands towards the back of your mat. We'll take a wider forward fold here. So let your head hang heavy. You can grab onto opposite elbows. Interlace your hands on the lower back, knee forward. Again, do what's right for you. This is your class. I'm just guiding you through. So at any point you need to take couch pose, any other modification, a rest, please do that. This is for you. On your next breath, plant your left palm in between your feet. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Inhale, rotate open towards the right side. Lift your right hand towards the sky. Can you take your gaze towards your right fingertips? Just for a twist over to the right. The more that you root into your strong legs, the more you should be able to rotate open. Exhale, swap it out. Take your right palm on the ground. Inhale, open up to the left. Taking your gaze up to your left fingertips. Can you push more the earth, rotate open. Exhale, fold forward. Heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift, iron out your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, or stop up, all the way up, take your gaze up. Exhale, your hands to heart center, close your eyes. Bring yourself back to your intention, your why. Has your mind been wandering, or have you been here on your mat? Take a moment to set your intention, to ground, to bring yourself back here. Pay attention to your breath. Inhale, rise, Urdhva. Grab onto your left wrist with your right fingertips. Inhale, extend your arm up to the sky. Exhale, start to hinge over towards the right. You can feel a great side body stretch on the left side. Can you rotate your chest open to shine your chest up towards the sky? Root into both feet as you hinge over. Inhale back to center. We'll just swap that out. Grab onto your right wrist. Inhale, extend your arm up towards the sky. Exhale, start to hinge over towards the left. And you should feel that side body stretch on your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crawl your fingertips out to a plank. Set up firmly here. If you need to come down to your knees, please do so. Dome at your shoulders. Engage your core. Take your gaze just slightly in front of your mat. On your next inhale, plant your left palm into your mat. Start to slowly rotate open for side plank to the right. You can stagger your feet, stack them. You can take a knee here for a modified side plank if this is too intense for you today. Whatever you need. Exhale, back to plank. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let it go. Deep breath in. Big open mouth, sigh out. Hinge forward to plank. Again, take a moment to set up here. Dome your shoulder blades, take your gaze forward, engage your core. When you're ready, plant your right palm into the earth. Start to slowly rotate open towards the left for a side plank. Again, take any modification you need. I'm taking a modified side plank myself. If you are struggling, pay attention to that. Okay. Exhale, back to plank. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come back to plank. Exhale, hinge forward. Slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale for baby cobra or upward facing dog if you're open. Take your gaze up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel there. Inhale, halfway lift. Iron out your spine, take your gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva. All the way up, perhaps you're open up. You want to take a back bend here. You can tee out your arms or gold post on whatever feels good to you. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Take a chaturanga flow here or meet us back in downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. We'll flow through that one more time just to feel a little bit of heat in your body. Inhale, take your gaze forward. Exhale, travel there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Take your gaze up. Perhaps you want to take a back bend here. Inhale to the center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Take a flow here or just meet us in down dog. Your choice, your practice. I'm going to skip a lot of them today, so please feel free to do that too. When you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Lift your hips, square out to the mat. Inhale, engage your core. Can you lift your right leg just a little bit higher? Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Drop your left knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Lift your hips to the front of the mat. Hinge forward and start to deepen your lunge. Take your gaze upward. Lift your chest towards the sky for a big back bendy type of shape in your Anjaney. Exhale, swim your arms down to the mat. This is where blocks or books or anything you have come in handy. If you're feeling a little tight, we're coming to half splits here. If you have full splits in your practice, you're more than welcome to take that. I definitely don't. So you'll just want to wiggle your right heel forward, and you can bring your left knee back if you're wanting a little bit more opening. If you have any props available to you, you can use those just to lift your spine and your chest forward. If you have more flexibility, you can come closer to the mat by just leaning forward, but you should feel a great stretch on the right side. You should not feel any pain though, so don't push yourself too far. When you're ready, slowly start to make your way back to a low lunge. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee. Plant your left palm into the earth. Inhale, rotate open, easy twist towards the right. Drop your palm, inhale, step your left foot up to meet your right at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, chair pose. Sink back into your heels. Take your gaze up to your fingertips. Sink down. Exhale, can you sink to power chair? Sinking further as if there's a chair beneath you. Bring your arms down front, hold here. Inhale, rise for chair. Exhale, sink power chair. Inhale, rise for chair. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, come back to plank, take a flow here, or just meet back in down dog. Again, your call, your class. If you want extra, you can always add in chaturanga push-ups. You need more today. If you need to skip, do that too. When you're ready, we'll meet back in down dog. Take a deep breath in, and a big sigh out. Let out the feet. Inhale, left leg lift. Can you rotate your hips to spread them off to the ground? Inhale, lift your left leg a little higher. Exhale, bring it through, low lunge. Drop your knees and tuck your toes. Anjaneyasana on this side. Again, taking time to rear hips sinking into your front knee. Take your gaze up. Exhale, swing your arms down. Come back to half splits on this side. Take any adjustments you need before you fold over your front leg. And this side might be tighter than the other, or maybe you can get a little further on the side. Do what you need for you. Slowly crawl your hands forward to a low lunge, untuck your toes. Plant your right palm. Rotate open towards the left. Easy twist. The more you push into your palm, the more you can rotate your chest open towards the sky. Exhale, lower. Step up your back foot. Keep your left foot at the top of your mat. Inhale, rise one-legged Tadasana. Bring your right knee up. Exhale, figure four, sink down here. So can you reach towards the front of the mat, just sinking in this figure four shape. Inhale, rise, let it go. Inhale, rise, bring your left knee up for one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, sink on this side. Can you sink a little bit deeper as you reach towards the front of the room, engaging your core. Inhale, rise, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Take a flow here for Vinyasa and down dog. Again, this is your class. If you need to take a drink of water, towel off, take a break, please do that. We're building a lot of heat today. So if you need to calm down a little bit, you can as well. When you're ready, we're meeting down dog. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right tricep and hold. Grab your knee over towards your left elbow and step it and hold. Bring it back to your right tricep and hold. Exhale, bring it up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale, bring it through, low lunge. On your inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Sink into your front knees, your gaze upward. Allow yourself to sink in to your crescent here. Square your hips towards the front of the mat. Exhale, swing your arms open, warrior two. Take a moment to check out your heel to arch alignment. Bring your gaze towards your middle finger. Sink in here. Exhale, reach, reach, reach to the front of your mat. Open up, extended side angle on this side. The key is to not dump all of your weight into your front knee. So use your core to hold you up. You shouldn't need to use your knee at all. So if you need to come out of it a little bit to do that, please do so. Take your gaze up towards your left palm. Rotate your chest open. When you're ready, take your gaze to your big toe on your right foot. Slowly start to bring your back foot forward. Exhale, half moon on this side. If you fall out, that's awesome, just get right back in. If you want more stability, if this is too much, you can take your gaze down to the ground. If you want some more challenge, you can take your gaze up to your left fingertip. You can also bring your right palm closer to your standing foot or lift it up and bring it to your heart. Up to you. One more breath here. Exhale, release, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep the bend in your front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, burst open for star pose. Toes out, heels in. Your gaze upward. You're facing the left side of your mat. Expand your chest. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your toes in, heels out. Slowly, when you're ready, start to hinge forward for Prasarita on this side. Now, if you have any inversions in your practice and you want to get into a handstand, you can have a few opportunities to play here. If you just want to hang out in a forward fold, you can do that. If you want to sway from side to side, just to bring the movement into your practice, if you're craving that, you can certainly do that. This is your time to play and explore. So take what you need here. One more round of breath as you come to an inversion, start to make your way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, rotate forward. Bring the front of your mat for a little lunge. On your next inhale, engage your core, lift your back leg up. Right foot at the top of your mat. Inhale, rise to chair pose, sink back. Exhale, swim your arms back, come to your toes for drinking bird. If this is too much, you can just plant your feet firmly into the ground, but if you want some balance challenge, come to your toes. Exhale, sink back to chair. Inhale, drinking bird. Exhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pinch your palms, step back to plank. Chaturanga, take a flow here. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. When you're ready, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring your left knee to your left tricep and hold. Inhale, bring it over to your right elbow and tap it and hold there. Inhale, bring it back to your left tricep, hold. Inhale, reverse, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent. Sink into your front knee. Get your gaze upward. Exhale, swim your arms open for warrior two. Again, taking a moment to set up here. Take your gaze over your middle fingers into your front knee. Inhale, hinge forward, reach towards the front of your mat. Exhale, open up, extended side angle on this side. So if you took a bind or any other variation on the other side, you can do that over here. But again, be mindful to engage your core, lift yourself up and touch the top off of your front knee. When you're ready, take your gaze to your left big toe. You can hop your way up for a half moon on this side. You'll want to place your hand on the block or the mat right near your foot. And then start to slowly rotate your chest open to the right side of the room. Again, you can place your gaze. You can even grab onto your foot if you want for more challenge, your call. Exhale, knee back, warrior two. Sink into your front knee. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, burst open, star pose on this side. Take your gaze up, puff up your chest. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring your hands to your knees, or your hips, excuse me. Toes in, heels out. Just start to slowly come down to prasarita on this side. Encourage you to take a different variation than you did on the other side. If you want some more chest opening, you can interlace your fingertips behind your lower back and hinge forward. You can crawl your fingertips out in front of you for a wide down dog. Whatever you do, allow your head to hang heavy here. Take a few moments to stay, get upside down. Forward folds are so beneficial to help reduce anxiety and stress. So take 2 points for yourself here. On your next inhale, slowly start to crawl your fingertips back to the front of the mat. Engage your core. Bring your right foot to meet your left at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, carrying out your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale for chair. Same here. Bring your hands to heart center and slowly start to hinge forward. On your exhale, bring your left elbow and hook it onto the side of your right knee for a twist towards the right. Pay attention to your knees. Your left knee likely wants to jet out in front of your right. Can you hinge your hips so they're square to the mat? And the twist should all be in your upper body, so engage your core to and be able to twist out a little bit more here. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, rise through chair, sink back down, take your gaze up, sink into your heels. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center, lean forward. Exhale, twist to the left. Again, check your knees out. Your right knee is probably creeping up on you. Bump that back. Can you twist open just a little bit more? Can you imagine that your core is being moved out? Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pinch your palms, step back to plank. Take a flow here, or just meet in down dog. You need to take a drink of water, towel off. This is your time, your practice. Deep breath in, full open mouth side out, let some of that heat go. When you're ready, inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Rotate your left foot to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, warrior one. Shift your hips to the front of the mat. That may mean that you need to walk your right foot out a little bit wider towards the right side to allow your hips to be square. Take your gaze forward as you sink into your left knee. Allow some opening in your chest. Swim your arms behind your lower back. Interlace your fingertips. Up of your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Take your gaze back to your left big toe. Allow your head and neck to hang heavy here. Can you continue to rotate your hips so that they're square to the front of the mat? Engage your core. Allow yourself to sink in here. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. You've been here before. Take a moment to take your gaze over your middle finger. Straighten your front leg. Start to hinge forward towards the front of your room. Exhale to tack your arms to 6 and 12 for triangle pose. Again, if you need to take it back a little bit by raising your foot or your hand off of your shin, you want to use your upper body strength in your core. You do not need to rely on your hold on to your legs. So can you give your core enough that you can open up to the side of the room without dumping your weight into your chest? Take your gaze up to your fingertips. Inhale, reverse with your straight leg. Exhale, sprinkle your arms down to a low lunge. Inhale, step your left foot up to meet your right at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva. Take your gaze up. Exhale, come to mountain pose. Bring your hands to your sides, softly close your eyes. Bring your awareness back to your breath. When you're ready, firmly step into your left foot. Engage your core. Inhale, arms up. Raise your right knee up to a 90-degree angle. Exhale, reach for the inner part of your left foot with your right foot with your right hand. Bring your knee to be in line with your left foot. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, hinge forward for dancer. So you might be very upright, and that's okay. If you want to challenge your balance, you can start to hinge forward towards the front of the room. The more that you kick into your right foot with your right palm with your right foot, you'll be able to open up just a little bit more. Can you keep your right knee towards the center of your mat so that's out wide to the side? Use your core here. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, bring your knee back up to a 90-degree angle. Exhale, hinge forward, warrior three. Use your core here. If you hinge forward, you can bring your hands to heart center if you need some more stability. If you fall out, get right back in. Bring your hips to the mat. Lift your back leg just a little bit higher. Exhale, come down to pyramid pose. Drop your back foot down to a 90-degree angle. You may need to step your back foot up a little bit just to be able to square your hips to the front of the room. Blocks or books would be really beneficial here just to help bring the floor a little bit closer. But as you hinge your hips towards the front of the mat, inhale, and then exhale, slowly start to pull yourself forward so that you feel a great big stretch on your left leg. Let your head hang heavy here. On your next inhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to plank. Take a flow here. If you make a skip, be back in down dog. This is for practice. When you need. When you're ready, we'll meet in down dog. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Inhale, warrior one, rotate your back foot down. Again, take time to square your hips to the front of the mat. You may need to walk your left foot more towards the left to allow that to happen. Think of your front knee, keep your gaze up. Exhale, swan dive your arms behind you to interlace your fingertips. Whatever feels natural for you, whatever thumb on top, switch that out. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, hinge forward for humble warrior on this side. Again, take your gaze to your back foot. Allow your head and neck to hang heavy here. Engage your core to allow you to use your legs to balance. Shifting your hips towards the front of the mat. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Take your gaze to the finger. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, reach your cheeks to the front of the room. Exhale, hinge, open, through triangle on this side. Again, you might need a block or a book to help you here. Just engage your core, rotate open. Don't dump your weight into your front palm. Allow your gaze to come up to your right fingertip. Inhale, reverse, keep your legs straight. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down for a low lunge on this side. Inhale, step your left foot to meet your right at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Take your gaze up. Exhale, mountain pose on this side. Just allow yourself to, again, come back to your intention, your practice. We're about to do some challenging balance pose. So just clear that from your mind. Allow yourself to be present here. When you're ready, root into your left foot. Inhale, arms up, knee up, your left knee. Grab your left palm into the left intercept of your foot. Bring your knee to align with your right knee. Take your gaze upward and slowly start to hinge forward if that's accessible to you. You might want to just stay here. This might be enough, but if you can, start to kick more into your left palm to allow some more opening in your chest. You fall out, get right back in. The beauty of these balancing poses. Challenge yourself. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Raise your right knee up. Take your gaze up. Exhale, hinge forward, warrior three on this side. You might want to take a different arm variation. Perhaps you bring your palms out behind you. You want the full variation to bring your palms forward. Again, whatever feels good to you here. Rotate your hips towards the ground. Can you bring your left foot up just a little bit higher? Exhale, step it back for pyramid on this side. So your left foot will be at a 90-degree angle. Rotate your hips forward to the front of your mat. When you're ready, start to hinge forward, and when you can't anymore, allow your head and neck to hang heavy here. Shifting your right hip back, your left hip forward. You should feel a great stretch along the right side of your back leg. Let your head hang heavy here. Inhale, engage your core, step your back foot up to meet your right foot at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Take a flow here if that feels good to you. If you just need some time to take a deep breath, you can just meet back in down dog. That's your call. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through for half pigeon on the right. Right knee to right wrist, right ankle to left wrist. If you want to, you can take this on your back, as always. But if you're in the full variation, take a peek over your shoulder to square your hips to the mat. Inhale, take your gaze up, puff of your chest. Exhale, slowly start to crawl yourself down to put your pigeon to sleep. If you can't bring your forehead down to the mat, a block or a book would be really great here. So bringing the floor a little bit more closer to you. And you release some of the tension that you might be holding on to in your face, relaxing your jaw, allowing yourself to smile even. I know this is a really hard pose for a lot of us, especially if we've been sitting a lot lately. We get really tight in the hips, we feel a lot of tension there, so this might be slightly uncomfortable. Never feel any pain in this pose, so you might need to back off and just do this on your back. You won't be here forever, so where can you continue to soften and send your breath to? Are you paying attention to your breath? Are you breathing at all right now? Just be mindful of all of that. It helps bring awareness back to our bodies and helps us get through these challenging poses. Two more rounds of breath here, taking what you still need in this pose. On your next inhale, plant your palms into your mat and come to a tabletop position. You may want to extend your right leg back, planting your toes, just allowing some stretch in this side, perhaps some circles with your knee off to the side might feel good. You might want to come to down dog. Take anything here that will feel good to you to bring the blood flow back to this side. Taking that time that you need to do so. And on your own time when you're ready, we're going to take this on the other side. So if you're not on your back, come to down dog. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, bring it through for half pigeon on the left. Left knee towards left wrist. Left ankle towards right wrist. Again, taking time to take your gaze to the back of your mat. Just shift your hips so they square off your mat. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, slowly fold over. Put your pigeon to sleep on this side. Each side is so different, so you might feel like this is the easier side. You're excited to be in pigeon on this side because it's not as torturous as the other side, or perhaps it's opposite. Just pay attention to that, and can you start to soften your upper body by rolling your shoulders up and back? Can you close your eyes and just take a deep breath here? You know we won't be here for very long, so what can you let go of and allow some more opening in your hip on this side?
You could still be what you want to be, what you said you were when you met me.
You feel a lot of tightness in your head. Can you send your breath there? Just for a few more moments.
You could still be what
While we
you
finish up this side.
what you said you were when I.
2 more rounds of breath here, taking anything you still need, letting anything go.
When I met you.
And when you're ready, you can make your way out of this side. So again, take anything that you need, any kind of movement. You want to extend your left leg back, stepping your toes, just pushing in for a full stretch on the left side. You may want to make some hip circles on this side. And again, anything that's gonna feel good for some opening will allow yourself to get anything out that you need. When you're ready, knee back in tabletop. Slowly start to crawl your fingertips towards your knees and come up to a kneeling position. If you read the newsletter, camel was our pose of the month, so I snuck it into this practice. If you have a block or a book near you and you want to use that, you can place it between your feet or your shins, facing upward, just to have something to reach back to. For some of us, that may be totally inaccessible, so don't worry about that if you're new to camel, but you'll shift your hips more towards the front of the mat. So as we're arching our backs back, you'll want to just keep pushing your hips forward as if there's a wall in front of you, and you want to keep your hips plastered to that wall. So inhale, take your arms up, your gaze up, and just slowly start to hinge with your upper body and reach back towards the back of your mat. Again, this might be enough for you. You can bring your hands to your lower back as well. If you want to do traditional camel, and rotate your shoulder blades together, bringing your elbows together, and then push your hips forward as you lift up and out of your ribs and take your gaze back. And if you're in this variation, you can always reach back for that block or that book if that's accessible to you. This might be way too much, but stay here. Take small sips of air just to allow yourself to open up in camel. Usually it opens a lot of fight or flight response just due to the back bend shape. So slowly take your inhalations and exhalations just to be in this a little bit longer. When you're ready, start to make your way to a neutral position. Remove any prop if you've used that, and slowly sink down to your heels. Bring one hand to your heart, the other to the ground, and softly close your eyes. Pay attention to your breath and how fast your heart might be beating here. Slowly start to slow your breath down. Allow yourself a moment to just ground here. And when you're ready, come back to child's pose. Knees out, toe tips to touch. Crawl your fingertips forward. Bring your forehead down to your mat. This pose should feel a lot different than the first one we took at the beginning of class. Pay attention to how much opening you have done through this time frame, and also just how you've allowed yourself to let something go. So whatever you still need, we still have some time in the rest of our class to focus, to let stuff go, to be present here. Bring your awareness back to your mat. Slowly come to a seated position, bringing your legs out in front of you. Can remove any flesh from your seat, just to allow your sit bones to ground into the earth. Engage your core. Inhale, raise your arms up. Your gaze should be up. Exhale, slowly start to hinge towards the front of the mat. When you start to feel your spine rounding, that's when you can release your hands down, your neck down. You may be able to grab onto the bottoms of your feet. You might need to grab onto your shins. Blocks here would be great too, or you can just ground your palms into the earth and take your gaze to a neutral position. Allow your head and neck to hang heavy here. When you're ready, slowly start to rise back up. Take your gaze up, your arms up. Exhale, bring your palms behind your lower back with your fingertips facing your glutes. You may want to take a tabletop variation, but we're gonna just do an inverted plank here. So inhale, push into your palms, lift your hips up and back, take your gaze up and back. Again, you can come to reverse tabletop here if legs extended is just a little too much. Exhale, slowly release back to your seat. Scoot your hips forward. Inhale, extend your arms towards the front of your mat. Exhale, slowly start to make your way down to your spine. Allow yourself to fold all the way down to your back. Inhale, tee out your arms, bring your knees in towards a 90-degree angle. Exhale, shift your hips, bring your knees over to the left-hand side for supine twist to the left. Round your shoulder blades into the earth and take your gaze over to the right side of your mat. Can you softly close your eyes here? Just allow yourself to open, releasing anything that is not serving you, that you don't need anymore. Twists are really great to let stuff go, to aid digestion. So just take some time here to feel the opening in your lower back. You may need a block in between or underneath your knees to assist you here. Please take that if you need, but the goal is to get your shoulder blades down so that they are rotated open and are both touching your mat. So you may need to back off of your twist a little bit to allow that to happen. Two more rounds of breath here, taking what you still need and leaving behind what you don't. When you're ready, inhale your knees back to center. Exhale, supine twist to the right. Take your knees to your right hand side. Take your gaze over to your left. Again, being mindful of your shoulder blades. Can you softly close your eyes here? If you need any props or adjustments, please take that now. Just allow yourself to open on this side. You should feel a nice opening on the left side in your lower back and your hip area. Can you bring your attention to that and slowly just open up just a little bit more? Engaging your core to rotate open. Ground your shoulders down your back. Just allowing yourself to open up just a little bit more here. 2 more rounds of breath to get what you need out of this pose. Inhale your knees back to center. Plant your feet into the ground. We're going to take 2 rounds of bridge here. So if wheels in your practice, you're more than welcome to take that on our second round. But you'll want to graze your heels with your fingertips. That's how you'll know you're in the right width away from where your feet should be. Firmly plant your feet, all four corners of your feet into the mat. And on your inhale, ground into your feet as you lift your hips up to the sky. It's a natural thing to want to clench your glutes here. Just can you relax them and allow your legs to do more of the work? And if you want to, you can shimmy your shoulders underneath your back and reach for your palms and interlace them underneath your lower back here. And the more that you root into the earth, the more that you should be able to lift your hips towards the sky, keeping your knees more inwards than pointed out. Again, can you release your glutes, relax them, allow your legs to do the work here. Slowly, when you're ready, start to make your way down to your back, 1 vertebrae should lower at a time. Bring your knees up to the sky and just shift from side to side to massage your lower back. Allow for some opening here. And we'll take 1 more round of this when you're ready. If wheels in your practice and you want to take that, you can. If you want to just take another round of bridge, that's fine too. You can always put a block underneath your lower back as well if you need more grounding right now. But when you're ready, inhale, rise, lift your hips up. Again, taking any kind of variation you need here. Let your legs do the work. Root into your feet. Lift your hips higher and higher towards the sky. 1 more round of breath here. Exhale, slowly lower back down. Bring your knees in, and again, just rotate from side to side, allowing your lower back to open up here. On your next exhale, come to Supta Baddha Konasana. The soles of your feet should touch. Your knees should come out wide. You can bring your hands to your belly, or 1 hand to your heart and 1 hand to your belly, whatever feels comfortable for you here. Softly close your eyes. Feel the openness in the front side of your body here. This is a great stretch to open our lower back. So if you've been having a lot of tightness there, this pose is awesome to help slowly start to open that up. On your next breath, start to slowly close your knees back together like a book. Bring your knees into your chest. Grab onto the outer edges of your feet. Exhale, happy baby. Bring your knees in towards your armpits. You can sway from side to side or take a static happy baby, whatever is calling you. You have other postures in your practice that I didn't call out today that you want to take before our final resting shape, please do so. This is your class. You know what you need. So feel free to take it further if you want. But if you're ready, bring your knees into your forehead, come to a tight ball pose. Squeeze every muscle in your face, your whole body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, extend out, Shavasana. Come to any shape that feels good to you. You may want to take legs up the wall just to give your heart a little bit of a break. You can place your palms up to receive some good energy if you feel a little bit slow going today or down to feel grounded. If you're extra anxious and you just need more grounding in your life, you can place them down. Bring your knees and your legs to a comfortable position. Your toes might be faced outwards. You might put some blocks underneath your knees just to allow for more opening. Roll your shoulders down your back, soften all the muscles in your face, and just allow yourself this time to rest. So often we're moving so much throughout our day, and this is one of the most important postures in our entire practice. So take some time and enjoy your rest. Shavasana is here for you as long as you've got the time. And if you are craving some more rest, please continue to enjoy your Shavasana and tune out the sound of my voice. But if you're ready to move on with the rest of your Saturday, start to bring some awareness back to your body and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Perhaps you rotate your wrists and your ankles. And when you're ready, extend your arms overhead, point your toes for a great big morning stretch. You should feel a great stretch on both sides of your body. On exhale, come to either side for a brief step in fetal pose, creating a pillow with your forearm. And when you're ready, slowly push yourself to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Bring your hands to heart center and softly close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a big open mouth, sigh out. Let something go. Breathe in something good that you still need on this beautiful Saturday. Breathe out something that you don't. Thank you guys so much for spending the last 60 minutes with me and each other on your mats. I truly appreciate you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. Namaste.